She's so fine, hell on hell of her, blows my mind, hell of her, lights my day.
What's good, guys? This story is coming out of Las Vegas, Nevada, via the Washington Post, and a story that came out roughly 10 hours ago. I watched it on TV yesterday afternoon, and it was very eye-opening, actually very moving. Parkland parents tricked ex-NRA president into a graduation speech to empty chairs representing gun victims. Earlier this month, David Keene, a former president of the NRA, stood on an outdoor stage in Las Vegas as he addressed thousands of empty white chairs. David Keene was rehearsing his speech to the James Madison Academy's 2021 graduating class. "Let me begin by telling you what an honor it is to be here to help celebrate your graduation," said David Keene, 76. "There are some who will continue to gut the Second Amendment, but I'd be willing to bet that many of you will be among those who stand up and prevent them from succeeding." But the 3,044 white chairs he faced were never meant to be filled. The private online high school, it never existed. It was all a carefully organized stunt designed to prove a point. Manuel and Patricia Oliver, whose son Joaquin Oliver, 17, was killed in a mass shooting at his high school in Parkland, Florida in 2018, said in a video released yesterday, with each chair symbolizing a student killed by gun violence. The edited videos from the Oliver's group, Change the Ref, show David Keene and John Lott, a gun rights activist and author, as they address the empty seats, mixed with audio of 911 calls made during mass shootings at schools. "We are here representing every single kid that is not able to finish high school," Manuel Oliver said in one video. 3,000 kids that are not using those chairs because they are not here, and they won't be here. David Keene did not immediately respond to a message from the Washington Post late yesterday, but Lott said he only learned the true purpose of the event when contacted by reporters yesterday. Lott claims his nearly 15-minute speech, which was condensed in a nearly 2-minute clip, was selectively edited and taken out of context. "Gun control advocates and Democrats will fight you tooth and nail," Lott told the nearly empty venue. "They want to go off and say we've stopped 3.5 million dangerous people. I look at it as we've stopped 3.5 million law-abiding citizens who wanted to get a gun. It was purposefully edited to radically change what I said," Lott, who is 63, told the Post. He says his point was that people of color who meet the criteria to legally own a gun and who are the most vulnerable are often denied because of what he calls errors in the system. "I wasn't arguing about background checks," he said. "I was explaining to people how they can change the system to make it better. They left all of that stuff out," he added. Lott also said he did not plan to discuss background checks when he agreed to participate in the event, after a man identified as board chairman at James Madison Academy contacted him in mid-May. But days before the event, the man requested he discuss background checks and the Second Amendment. When Lott said he was uncomfortable, the man said the students were conservatives and the Second Amendment had been part of this year's academic core curriculum. So Lott ultimately agreed. In an email Lott shared with the Post outlining his speech, Lott told the board chairman, "I still feel uncomfortable getting into this type of political discussion for a commencement, because it seems to me that commencements should be talks that leave everyone satisfied." But Lott agreed to drive from Montana to Nevada for the rehearsal on June the 4th. That day, he met the supposed school principal, the event organizer, and the man who identified as the board chairman, he said. The team of about 20 technicians scattered around the venue, flying drones. A tent with equipment and banners with the high school's logo on both sides of the stage didn't raise any suspicion that the event might be fake, Lott said. Before he began his speech, he was told the staff would record him in case something happened the following day during commencement, Lott said. Then Lott, who was there to receive the Keeper of the Constitution Award, took the stage. "Your school was named after James Madison, and he proposed what became the Second Amendment to the Constitution. That there's an individual right for people to be able to keep guns for protection," Lott said. Can you name me one place in the world, any place in the world, that's banned either all guns or all handguns and seen murder rates go down? I can't find a single place like that. The following day, Lott said his contact told him the commencement was canceled because of security threats. Lott said he tried to contact the man multiple times to follow up about the commencement, the travel expenses they promised to reimburse, and nearly half of the $1,000 they still owed him, but never got a response. Lott asked the organizers to release the full video of his speech. If somebody wants to debate me, I'm happy to debate, Lott said. If they had confidence in their arguments, then they wouldn't find it was necessary to take my talk and cut it up and make it come across as if I was saying things very different from what I was saying. But Change the Ref, which produced the stunt with help from advertising agency Leo Burnett and production company Hungry Man, BuzzFeed News reported, argued that Lott and Keene should have done more research to learn that the school was fake. Ironically, had the men conducted a proper background check on the school, they would have seen that the school is fake, Change the Ref tweeted. Manuel Oliver also said the message behind the fake graduation went beyond tricking the two speakers. This is not about bragging about doing this to the former president of the NRA, he told BuzzFeed News. No, this is about pushing our reps to move on with universal background check laws. We lost Joaquin 3 months before his graduation. We know exactly the feeling of being there and receiving the diploma without your kid being there. Because we understand that, we know there are a lot of people going through that same experience right now, BuzzFeed News reported. So yeah, it was a big deal. And looking back on it, it was just very eye-opening. I'm going to go ahead and show the video regardless. I had watched, I told you I watched it on TV last night. So I'm going to play this clip from Change the Ref, and then I'll come back and talk about it.
David Keene was the two-time president of the National Rifle Association. He continues to be a staunch defender of your Second Amendment right to keep and bear arms. Therefore, it is my privilege to introduce to you David Keene.
Let me begin by telling you what an honor it is to be here to help celebrate your graduation. Picture for a minute the young James Madison, for whom this school is named. This year you focused on one of the most important of Madison's amendments, the Second Amendment. There are some who continue to fight to gut the Second Amendment, but I'd be willing to bet that many of you will be among those who stand up and prevent them from succeeding.
911 emergency.
Defending it is a challenge and a duty that Americans like you
They were shooting into my classroom.
who understand what has made the country the envy of the world must accept as their own.
Okay, is anybody injured? Yes, a lot of blood. Please help, please.
An overwhelming majority of you will go on to college, while others may decide their dream dictates a different route to success.
School. Okay, do you know how many people are injured?
So my advice to you is simple enough. Follow your dream and make it a reality.
My son is in Stillman Douglas. My daughter just texted me from school. She's at Stillman Douglas.
And never for a minute doubt that you can achieve that dream. Thank you.
So, while it didn't come across as good as it did on television last night, it definitely caught attention. When you have 3,044 empty commencement seats and no one there to listen to your speech, and the two people that were supposed to speak, first the former president of the NRA, and then this gun rights activist Lott, nobody did a background check on the school to see if it even existed. I mean, that's pretty embarrassing. But regardless, it's definitely something to think about. And, you know, a lot of places now have said this is going to be one bloody summer. Not just Miami anymore. A lot of places have said that. So it is very scary because we're losing young people at an alarmingly high rate. So I just wanted to bring this story to the channel. But the Change the Ref organization, he said that they got that name because their son played sports, and his complaint was always that he wanted a referee just to be fair. Just be fair. So he was like, what we should do is change the ref and get a fair one, so then we could play the game and, you know, see who really wins. So they took that, what he had said, he said it a lot. So they took that, and that's what they used to name the organization, Change the Ref. And, you know, they were explaining, you know, if we change the lawmakers, then that would be something similar, comparable to changing the ref in a ball game. So I'm going to end the video on that note, but thanks for watching, guys.